There Are No Facts, Only Interpretations by Friedrich Nietzsche. Friedrich Nietzsche was a German philosopher known for his provocative ideas and sharp critiques of traditional values. One of his most famous sayings, "There are no facts, only interpretations," reflects his approach to truth and reality, which challenges many assumptions about the nature of knowledge and the world we live in. When Nietzsche says, "There are no facts, only interpretations," he is not suggesting that the physical world does not exist or that everything is merely imaginary. Rather, he is questioning how we perceive and understand reality. His idea points to how human beings interpret the world and everything in it through the lens of personal, cultural, and societal experiences. These interpretations shape what we call facts, but in Nietzsche's view, even these so-called facts are not objective truths. They are constructed by human perspectives. We typically think of a fact as something that is objectively true, independent of our opinions. For example, we might say it is a fact that the Earth orbits the Sun. But for Nietzsche, even something like this is an interpretation. This does not mean he denied scientific facts outright, but he suggested that what we call facts are often influenced by the frameworks and assumptions we bring to them. Interpretations, on the other hand, are how we perceive and give meaning to facts. For instance, two people might see the same event, like a protest. One might interpret it as a necessary act of justice, while another might see it as dangerous chaos. The event, the protest, is the same, but the meaning attached to it, the interpretation, is different depending on each person's worldview, upbringing, and values. In Nietzsche's philosophy, interpretations are unavoidable. Humans are not objective machines that can perceive reality without bias. Everything we experience is filtered through our senses, thoughts, emotions, and previous experiences, and this makes pure, objective truth unattainable. In this sense, Nietzsche is questioning the whole idea of objective reality as something that can be fully known by human beings. Nietzsche also believed that interpretations are deeply connected to power. In societies, certain interpretations of reality become dominant, often because they are supported by those in power. Religious authorities, political leaders, and even scientists may present their interpretations of the world as absolute truths, but Nietzsche argued that these interpretations serve their own interests and maintain their control over others. For example, religions might offer interpretations of life, morality, and human purpose that are accepted as fact by their followers. However, Nietzsche saw these interpretations as human creations designed to provide structure and control to societies. He did not see them as ultimate truths but as stories or frameworks that people adopted for various reasons, often because they provided comfort, stability, or a sense of meaning. The same applies to other areas of life, such as politics, science, and even personal relationships. What is considered a truth often aligns with the interests of those who have the power to enforce their interpretations. In this way, Nietzsche's statement is also a critique of how truth is often used as a tool for manipulation and control. Nietzsche's ideas about interpretations are especially prominent in his critique of morality. He believed that much of what we consider to be moral truth, ideas about good and evil, right and wrong, is actually just an interpretation that has been passed down through history. These moral values, he argued, were invented by humans to serve particular purposes, often to maintain social order or to keep certain groups in power. In his view, traditional morality, especially the Christian morality of his time, was not an objective fact about how humans should behave. Instead, it was an interpretation that favored certain values like humility, obedience, and self-sacrifice, which Nietzsche thought were designed to keep people weak and submissive. He encouraged individuals to challenge these moral interpretations and to create their own values based on their own experiences, and desires. One of Nietzsche's central concerns was the human tendency to look for universal truths, ideas that apply to all people in all situations. He was highly skeptical of this, believing that every person's experience of the world is unique and that what might be true for one person might not be true for another. For example, the statement, "hard work leads to success," might be true for some people, but not for everyone. Some individuals work very hard and still struggle to achieve their goals due to factors beyond their control, such as economic conditions or social barriers. By questioning the idea of universal truths, Nietzsche encourages us to think critically about the beliefs we hold and to recognize that what works for one person or one society may not apply universally. One of the main lessons from Nietzsche's idea is the importance of living authentically, which means creating your own meaning in life rather than accepting the interpretations handed down by society, religion, or tradition. Instead of passively accepting the facts presented to you by others, Nietzsche encourages individuals to actively engage with the world and to question everything, even the most deeply held beliefs. To Nietzsche, living authentically means embracing the fact that there are no fixed truths and that you must navigate life based on your own experiences and interpretations. This can be a difficult path, as it requires rejecting many comforting ideas and facing uncertainty, but Nietzsche believed it was the only way to achieve true freedom and fulfillment. Nietzsche's statement, "there are no facts, only interpretations," invites us to embrace the idea that reality is fluid and constantly changing. Instead of clinging to rigid beliefs or seeking absolute certainty, we can learn to adapt and to see the world in a more flexible way. This allows for greater creativity, open-mindedness, and a deeper understanding of the complexities of human existence. By acknowledging that everything is an interpretation, we also become more tolerant of different viewpoints. If there are no fixed facts, then it becomes harder to insist that our own beliefs are the only valid ones. This encourages dialogue, empathy, and an openness to learning from others' perspectives. Friedrich Nietzsche's assertion that there are no facts, only interpretations, is a powerful reminder that human understanding is always subjective and influenced by a wide range of factors, from culture and power to personal experiences and emotions. It challenges us to question our beliefs, to recognize the limitations of what we think we know, and to embrace the complexity and uncertainty of life. Nietzsche's philosophy encourages us to live authentically, to create our own meaning in life, and to be aware of how interpretations shape our reality. By doing so, we can break free from the constraints of conventional thinking and explore new possibilities for understanding and living in the world. If you enjoyed this video and would like to explore more topics like this, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more philosophical insights.